Hi, viewer. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the possibility of a second gaming crash, and I was watching a few videos about it and reading comments, and a few things sparked my interest. Now, for me, I think that in some respects we are starting a next type of big crash, but I wouldn't say it's one that would full on kill everything, since and I think a lot of it is mostly depending on things such as economies. Now, looking at the last big video game crash, the crash of '83. Now, if you notice in Europe, there was a pretty good amount of games sold there, and a lot of people that I see in comment sections often talk about that. But from what I can tell, it really wasn't a big enough market to really save the industry until Nintendo came around. Now, as for right now, well, it's pretty much the same. It seems like I think one big problem is usually the cost of games nowadays, since there's so much money that needs to be pumped into it. A lot of business related things. You know, you got to make the people giving you money happy to make them think that it was worth the investment. And it just doesn't seem to be doing that. Prices are just going up. The economy, from what I can tell, is just getting worse and worse. And it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Now, allow me to, grab a straw man for a moment. In the comment sections, one thing I commonly see are PC gamers and indie nuts talking about things, well, when the consoles go away, that means they'll have to come to things like the computers. They'll have no other choice. And the answer to that statement is no, they won't. Video games are pretty much just an entertainment, and not even one that is highly that respected. When you get down to it, when you really get down to it, when people have to go and cut costs on purchases, the thing that's going to go is the one that seems the least necessary. And, well, much like things like comics, for example, games are just an entertainment. A very good one, as far as I'm concerned, but one that a lot of people probably would see as easy to get rid of if needed. One thing that interests me about all these big, ridiculous statements about if this goes away, then they have no choice. Well, please name me an example when this has happened, because from what I can tell, when it's not necessary, the public, when they leave something, they don't go to the next option, they stay away from it. For example, one of the people talking about the crash, a guy named Ray, the Rageaholic, he mentioned something about, the big wrestling champion, the whole wrestling thing. I really don't remember what exactly it was. What he said was, when one side was bought out by the other, one of the companies made a really poor statement saying, well, because this side's gone, they'll have no other choice but to come and see this. And what happened? Well, they just plummeted. When you get rid of things like this, the people who are fans of that don't go to the next option. They go away and don't come back. I don't know why people are making these statements. I'm not even that well informed on them, and I'm just finding stuff like this out, and it's pretty obvious. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. You all have a nice day.